Hey everyone, welcome to Monetize Your Glow Up. I'm Courtney Watkins, and we have been talking about glow maxing with LifeVantage, just feeling healthier, happier, and we're going to talk a little bit about how to get wealthier too. So if you've been scrolling on your phone today, if you've been on any of the social media platforms, and you're not monetizing it yet, stay tuned because we have discovered one of the best ways and a little overview if you are like I was a few years ago, supplementing my body, buying most of my vitamins and things from the warehouse or Amazon or different places, I had never heard of activation. And so we're going to dive into that with one of my friends, Dr. Jess Bueller and Erin Tucci. And so we're going to go over a little bit about us, the science, results, the proof is in the pictures, the community, lifestyles, and the opportunity. So a little bit about us. I love that we have this picture that we captured in Las Vegas. One of my favorite things about LifeVantage is the people and the places that it takes us. So we have about a couple times a year we get together for a little convention, and I love it because if you're into doing retreats, personal development, all of those things, we get to do that here with our LifeVantage, and it's like a business expense or something that we get to do and have to do. But as you can tell, it's lots of fun. So we have Dr. Jessica Bueller. She's a chiropractor. She sits on the SAB, and she's really that medical side of what we're doing. And I'm excited for you to hear Jess's story and like her heart and how she got in, mom, wife, and we've been glow maxing in our Facebook group. So if you're not in that yet, be sure to check it out because it's been a lot of fun. My friend Erin Tucci, she's in Idaho, mom, wife, influencer. We love everything that she's influencing us on TikTok and Instagram, and a breast cancer warrior like me. I'm a former hairstylist, mom, wife. I earned a Jeep a couple or last summer exactly. And I'm getting ready to send my oldest daughter off to college. And so, if you're in one of those stages, let us know in the chat if you're feeling perimenopausal, if you're feeling like a little bit hesitation with your kids going back to school and summer's coming to an end, let us know because that is where we really got started. There's different points in your life that you want to prioritize how you look and how you feel. And I'm kind of feeling that way as we're going back to school. And maybe I was wearing a little bit too much comfy clothes or beach wear or whatever it was. That I felt like, you know what, I want to feel like myself again. And so that's where we got into the glow maxing. But Dr. Jess, if you want to talk about with the glow maxing, I think a big piece of that is oxidative stress, feeling puffy, inflamed, not sleeping well, all of those things. But we're just going to dive right into with LifeVantage, where a lot of us have been just supplementing that activation piece in what makes LifeVantage really stand out. Let us know in the chat if you have heard of the company LifeVantage and if you have seen this primetime special video yet. If you haven't, refer back to whoever invited you to check that out. But Dr. Jess, if you want to tell us just some of those key points in why we're activating over supplementing right now.
Definitely. So I think you brought up a few like really good points there, and just that reminder that the changes in our health are kind of subtle sometimes. They're small, little, tiny bits of change that you really don't notice until all of a sudden you're like, is this really what it's like to be 35? Or is this really what it's like to be 50 or 60 or whatever that age is, right? And that is part of one of the questions I like to ask people, or one of the statements I like to tell people is that you really have yet to experience what your potential is until you're activated. Because there's a whole nother level of health that opens up when we can activate our pathways. So no matter how many supplements you're taking right now, if you even just started with our flagship product, our flagship activator, your life would be entirely different because those pathways dim just a little bit over time, every year, every month as the time progresses. And then boom, it's like, whoa, what's going on? And that's literally what happens to us. So We started with one peer-reviewed published study on a product, this product, Protandim NRF2, and it showed we could lower oxidative stress on average 40% in 30 days, a claim that had yet to be made and has yet to be made since then, even though that was 2003, you guys, by a product with third party studies. So in 2005, ABC did a primetime investigation on us to debunk that claim. And instead of debunking it, John Quinones had a 45% reduction in his oxidative stress load in just 2 weeks. And so all these universities and major institutions started doing their own self-funded research on this product. So you literally take one tablet and your body starts making antioxidants again. You start making them at a rate of 1 million every single second in a bell-shaped curve like our bodies were designed. It's literally taking a blend of God's pharmacy, 5 products put together in the exact combination to get an exponential outcome, 18 to 23 times the effect of having the components taken separately. So, can I tell the company story too?
Of
Or
course.
is that a
Yep.
different? Okay, so the company story there, what happened? So we had what Washington State University said was the most extraordinary and therapeutic and preventive breakthrough in the history of medicine, you guys. That was just one study. LSU did a study on us with melanoma skin cancer, and it was so darn good. They did a second one. We have a study in the journal Circulation, which is the Journal of the American Heart Association. At the time of its publication, it was the only natural product ever featured in that journal. Even fish oil hadn't made it. And we were sitting on the shelves of places like GNC and Walgreens from 2005 till 2009 and barely selling. Can you believe that? But nobody knew what it was. There were no competitors. There was nothing with that kind of science. Where do you put it? So the company hired a marketing consultant, and the consultant said, this is a product that has a story that needs to be told. It needs to be in direct sales, mouth to mouth distribution. And the award winning, Nobel Prize winning scientist who created the product said, absolutely not, because network marketing has a bad reputation, and I'm not putting that on my product. Well, in 6 weeks, it won by 600%. And we've been in direct sales since then. The only way you can hear about this product is because someone had the courage to open their mouth and share it with you and invite you to look at a tool, to listen to someone like me who's been with this company now for 9 years studying this, who's seen the studies already themselves. This might be your first exposure to this, right? The first time you're hearing about this, but that doesn't mean that it's not any less valid. We have one study that showed a p-value of showing that if 10,000 people took that product, 9,999 would get the anticipated result. And that is confidence. That is confidence that if you share this with someone, they're going to get the result. And we have done that. And LifeVantage didn't stop there. They continued on, and we've created category creating products, activating products, same thing, where we're using the genes to produce a different outcome. We're using what God already put inside our bodies, you guys, that has just dimmed. We're able to turn that back on. So we start producing our own GLP-1 again from our gut. You produce it, right? And then you can produce your own antioxidants. You can produce your own collagen. You can start making it again and slow down the degradation of it. You can start making your own gut peptides. You can literally heal yourself from the inside out by turning on the pathways inside of you.
I love these hero products. And Jess, I learn more from you every single time that I hear this story. The story of LifeVantage and where it came from is so unique and rare in the wellness space and especially in network marketing. I live here in Utah, the capital of network marketing companies. If you drive along the freeway, you will find all of them. And there's not one company that I know that has a story like that of a founder that has been in stores, in retail stores, and came over to network marketing. And that gives us such validation. I get chills every time I hear this quote from Washington University. And even more when I hear the stories of what these products are doing for people. I personally was taking a collagen consistently, tried several of them after going through breast cancer. And my friends were like, Courtney, you need a good one. Your hair is just struggling as if so many other things were. And within 2 weeks of drinking this activated liquid collagen, I was getting compliments on my skin. My hair has gotten better and better. But I am personally in my glow maxing era. I'm back to the Mind Body GLP-1 natural activator. There are several GLP-1s that you will see from Walmart to online to anywhere. And what I want you to keep in mind as you're listening to this and going through these slides is that this is one of the only companies I know of that has proven clinical research with the exact formula and real people trying these products out. And so now I want to introduce over to Erin Tucci because Erin, I know that you are such a big fan of the P84, which is one of our new products in that gut activation. When people see you online and like other places and you're so gorgeous, you wouldn't think necessarily like gut health or like drinking your greens or different things. If you want to just give us a little overview of why these products have been in your arsenal coming from breast cancer and all of the other things, I know that you're such a big fan on that. If you want to just touch on the hero products for us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. I've known about these products way longer than my breast cancer journey, but I always considered myself invincible and like I didn't need the next best thing. I didn't need anything. I was great. And then, you get tilted off your axis with a devastating diagnosis. And I started these products like really consistently after a diagnosis. And what I learned was, and kind of back to what Jess said, things start to dim. And using Protandim, doing the collagen, looking at P84, I was just trying to get my systems back in order and get back into homeostasis. And when P84 launched, it was like a gift from above because my gut was so wrecked from cancer treatment that all I wanted was to fix my gut. Like I knew that I was healing, but I knew that my gut needed so much work. And so launching this and having this in my arsenal has been such a game changer for my entire metabolic health.
I love that so much. And what I love too is it's so easy and it actually tastes good too. You just mix two parts and it's easy, digestible, and you do feel a difference when you take that. And that's one of the biggest things for me. Maybe the little yellow pill, let us know if you felt a difference. For me personally, I feel the difference when I don't take it. With some of these other things like Mind Body, I feel a difference every time I take it and like my body craves it. But again, like we talked about, the proof is really in the results. There's some of the products that you're not going to see exterior, but you're going to feel it. People are going to send you those messages. But we even have Dr. Janet Klein on, and this is one of her friends with her weight loss journey. And if any of you have ever been in a weight loss situation that you're just not feeling confident in yourself and you just don't feel like you can just see that glow. And so as we talk about glow maxing and glowing up, and on the back of the collagen, one of my favorite things is that it says, where is it? The open drink glow. Like I love that it's even on the package. It just makes me so happy. I love seeing the results with men too, because let's be honest, most men are not going to use a complicated skincare system, but they can drink one bottle and take a pill every day. And so that's where that was really my basis in the beginning. This is my friend Nako in Australia. She has suffered with skin issues for years, as well as her kids, and activation has made such a difference. All the way down to nursing babies. They're getting the nutrients that you have as well. My friend Jen in Canada, you can see that just inflammation going down. It's incredible what happens when you give your body the tools to be able to really thrive. And so all of these products It's so simple if you're not a doctor like me, that you just take this collagen so your body makes collagen on its own. You take the protandem so your body makes antioxidants and glutathione and all of those things. And that was the biggest thing that attracted me to this company is when they said your body is made to heal itself. It's just giving your body the right tools. And I instantly resonated with that. And I will tell you, I've been in the industry for over 10 years, network marketing. And I've had people say, your products are amazing, your studies are there, but are you fun? And it's not just about the fun for me, it's the people, the proximity, and the perspective that LifeVantage brings into your life when you're able to go places like Thailand or some of our consultants just went to Whistler together. There's always opportunities to move into different parts of the world. A year ago, we were in Alaska on a 7-day cruise. And when you're in the proximity with other like-minded people, it changes your world. Also, the timing and the expansion in LifeVantage is really important right now. I just got back from Japan 2 weeks ago and seeing what they're doing there. We opened the Iceland market a year ago in September. We opened Portugal in May. But I will tell you, if you study the network marketing industry, if you study the timing in business, expanding globally and really having solid markets like that are a really great sign for you in business. And so, as we've talked about the products, Jess, I know that people probably brought in samples to you. You've had a chiropractic office, and you could have been looking at slides like this going, okay, I've seen things like this before, right? Someone's just sent you this video, and it's like, okay, I've seen that before, which, sorry, I didn't change that picture out right there. So, I need to do that. That's not Jess. But Jess, what was it for you that opened your mind to say yes to LifeVantage?
So I actually only watched the ABC primetime investigation, and then I started reading the studies. And she sent me 3 studies, and then I did my own research in PubMed. But the thing that had me watch the video even was the question she asked me, and that was, "What are you doing to support your patients with oxidative stress and inflammation?" And we all have oxidative stress. Everyone does. And same thing with inflammation. And each year, a little more than the year before that. And our exposure to toxins is always going up. And really, I had yet to even hear of anything that could touch on the oxidative stress load at that time and really decrease it. So that was the first thing, was really the studies. And then it was looking at just that feeling of, if this is real, I'm going to bless a lot of people with activation. And what she didn't know was that I had lost my best friend to a scary diagnosis before that. And I had been praying before she passed for something stronger, for something more powerful, so for something to get a better result in a shorter period of time. Like, I knew there had to be something better than what we were giving people for treatments, right? And she and I lived about 10 hours apart, so I was in charge of her nutrition. And at the time of her death, she was taking 9 of the 10 components of 2 of our activators at therapeutic dosing based on my research. So when I saw the research behind Protandim, and I saw, the 18 times more effective, when I saw the changes in what could happen on a cellular level. And that's what's cool about LifeVantage is they do cell line studies, genetic studies, human studies before we ever get them into the field. We already know what they're going to perform like. And that is so huge. We have the research, we then have the patents, and then we get the results. There are 7 patents on Protandim. At that time, I think there were 20 some studies on Protandim. It was really
Wow.
Protandim. That was the yes. I was
Yeah.
all in. If I could help just one person to not go through what she did, it would be worth it. It was that thought of, there's got to be someone more person on their knees praying for something more. And then it changed. because really I thought it was going to be a baggie on my desk that I threw away at the end of the week, because that's basically what happens to chiropractors is they're constantly marketed to look at people's products. But about 6 months in was when I really started looking at the business. And that was partly because I had people on my team that were asking me questions and I knew nothing about network marketing other than to avoid it. And I really had no reasons, no good reasons for that other than people telling me that. And what I've found is that every reason people had to avoid network marketing is something that LifeVantage does not have. We have all only blessings here. And if I could say that any differently than that, but it has been a beautiful, beautiful blessing for our family. I now am working in my office 3 days a week because I love doing it. I have the ability to make income when I'm not working. I have 5 beautiful kids. I never had a maternity leave, never had a paid maternity leave. I came back way too soon with all of my kids. I took my kids to my office with me for a while with all of them, but it's so different now. My second oldest was asked at a recent LifeVantage event, like, what's different about your mom since you started LifeVantage? And she said, my mom's more fun. So there are so many things, so many blessings that this business can bring, and the products definitely, you guys, like that's a no brainer. The blessings that will come when you get your body activated, you just have yet to experience that level of health. But the blessings that this business can bring are going to be bountiful, way more than you have the benefit of doing. And I have the ability, my income in my office, it is based on the number of lives I'm blessing. And my income with LifeVantage is the same. And my ability to impact people in LifeVantage far surpasses anything I could do one-on-one in my office. So it's about impact, it's passion, it's just helping somebody with their health. But when you can help them financially too, which is where majority of people's stress is, it is such a blessing.
I love that, Dr. Jess, because I've talked to other medical professionals that I've presented LifeVantage to, and their first thing is, I'm not a salesperson. I love to help people with their health. I don't want to sell them something.
Yep.
And so hearing what you're saying, that really essentially you're doing the same thing. You've always been there to help them.
Yes. It's it felt like a moral obligation to me, and it still does. Like you make an oath, you take an oath to above all do no harm, but to offer the best care that you can possibly add to someone. And I know every single person that walks in my door has high oxidative stress without ever checking any labs. I know
Mm.
they do. And their collagen is going to start dimming from 20 years. If they're 20 on up, they're going to lose a certain percentage every single year. And I have solutions I can offer to them. And it's more than just my patients, right? Like you
Yeah.
have an influence outside of that. I live in the middle of nowhere. I live in a town of 600 people, you guys. People drive from over 2 hours to come and see me. So
Wow.
it's social media too. Like I can impact people, and you speak one time in social media and you might have 5,000 people see it. And you speak one time in your office and you might have 30 people get a chance to hear it, right? That's impact. Do I want to impact 5,000 people or 30? And when we really look at it, like, what if we're not on, if doctors aren't on social media, who's influencing them? Influencers. My kids are no different. They'll come home with ideas they found on TikTok. I'm like, okay, well, first of all, buddy, we're not doing that. But there's just think about that. Like that's where people are they're looking for information. I think now more than ever, people want to have a say in their health. Like they're starting to take responsibility for their own health. Like it's not your doctor's responsibility. Your health is your responsibility, and you require having access to tools and information. And this is literally me sharing the information. My job is to share it with them. That's how I see it. My job is to share it with you. It's your job to make a choice. And that's all I'm doing. And it's the same thing with other services in my office too. And outside of my office, I'm even louder about all the things because I can't adjust everyone, but I love chiropractic. I want you to go to your chiropractor. I don't want you to come see me. So there's just I mean, it's a tool. It's a tool that people can use to really thrive and live. And what a gift it is to be able to be the one to share that message with them.
Oh, I love that so much. And seeing the picture of you in Thailand and where this business, LifeVantage, has taken us, and the fact that I have the chance to know all of you because of this company, because of One Brave Yes. And I will tell you, I started out as a hairstylist. I wasn't looking to join network marketing like most people. I discovered a product that I was like, yes, my clients will want this. People are already buying this. The products that we're talking about today, most people are already trying to create it and buy it, and their supplement cabinet is flowing with way more products than they need. And so we're consolidating that. But just hearing that you live in such a small town, and I live in a small town in Utah, but the impact that we're able to make, I want to think generationally because of the world that we've opened up because of this. Also, the health confidence that I have coming from, again, having breast cancer when I was 35. My kids are all grown up now, but they were 2, 5, and 8. And so, really young kids at the time with an aggressive diagnosis. And what that has done is it's flipped my mindset on taking care of my body. So I have this picture of me walking or going to the gym, and that is one of my passions now, is just me taking care of my body because I love it and it does a lot for me. And so I love working out. I love fueling my body with good foods, and same with my family. And so it's not a shift about being skinny or a number that's on the scale. So when we talk about feeling hotter and happier and wealthier, the hotness to me is being healthy. When you feel healthy, people are like, Courtney, what are you doing? But it's not even for that. You just feel good. Like Jess's kid said, that you're more fun. I love that. Like, there's no better compliment from a kid of like, you're more fun. Um, but I can't recommend this business enough because it's something that people are in the middle of the night a lot of times looking for. Some of the people that have had the most transformational results through our LifeVantage products ordered the products at 12 a.m. At 2 a.m., they text me the order. I didn't even know they were looking for it, or joined my business. I was like, hey, Courtney, guess what I did? And I didn't know that they were suffering in silence. And that's what I've discovered from not being a doctor, is that a lot of people are silently suffering. Either they're wanting a community, they're wanting to travel more, they're wanting to feel less stressed with their kids, or they're feeling perimenopausal or whatever it might be. And so we hope that our stories are inspiring you to see that you can do exactly what we do. And a lot of this is the way that Erin markets as well, through Instagram or even TikTok. I love your TikToks too. But Erin, you had such an incredible Euro summer. I felt like I was there following your stories and with your family. And then you came right back and you were sitting in the treatment chair. And the way that you've been able to be so open and really sharing that people are in all walks of life, you know? And like you mentioned, you've known about LifeVantage for years. You've had the gift of knowing it. But if you can talk a little bit about really what has LifeVantage given to you to be able to go in a Euro summer and not be tied down to jobs. I know you guys travel in a van and you guys do all of those exciting things. If you want to tell us a little bit more about that, because the lifestyle of LifeVantage is also so fun and attractive.
Yeah, we looking at these Euro summer pictures really tug the heartstrings. So I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer 4 years ago, actually this month. And like you, Courtney, I had three youngins. I had a 1.5-year-old, I had a 4-year-old, and a 6-year-old. And um, coming out of it and like healing my terrain, I don't know if LifeVantage products is what made me cancer free. We're not going to make claims, but I know that it helped my terrain and I know it helped my body accept medicine in a different altitude. Um, what I know is that, sorry, I'm getting emotional because I'm thinking about my kids and like taking a European summer and having a second chance at life means the world. And being able to, can you mute everyone, please?
Yeah.
being able to leverage social media just by simply sharing my mess and creating a large message means more than I could ever explain because it gave us the freedom to explore the world, give our kids experiences, and live life on our terms after really not living life on our terms, being chained home because I was doing treatment and I was trying to heal and I wanted to make sure that I was going to live a long, abundant life with my kids. And so this business not only has given us financial freedom, it's also given us our health back, and it's been an absolute game changer.
I don't know how that person keeps getting
I
unmuted,
keep
but
unmuted.
Jess and I are like, mute, mute, mute. Um, I so agree with you. This business coming from a place that you're like, I have cancer, it forever changes your viewpoint on life. And I keep seeing these messages on Instagram that it's like, it's all about the reps. It's all about being brave. When you look at how many reps Michael Jordan put in, how many shots, how many times they failed, all of these really high achievers, they have failed a lot. And I don't know how many of you guys have ever started a business, but I see businesses open and close all the time. And there are some locations that I'm just like, why are they even starting there? I don't know if we can put, okay. I just got put that person out. Okay. Nothing against you if you guys saw the name. Um, but I will tell you that in LifeVantage, this will uncover every insecurity that you have because you are talking about something that you will become passionate about. And some people will say no to that. And it's just one of those things that, when you just know something's so good for someone, or like your favorite restaurant, and you're like, you're gonna love this. And they're like, what did you love about that? That might happen. But the best thing is that you can have people around the world that are like, thank you for telling me about this because of you. But you also can take your kids to Europe or to Disneyland or to Alaska or wherever you have that it's like, that probably wouldn't have happened if we wouldn't have said yes to this business, at least for me. And so we don't want to, give you all these expectations, but really this our success is your potential because we have the same business model. We all have the same compensation plan. We all have the same products. And it's really about having audacity and a little bit of delusion because when you combine those two with LifeVantage that has proven products, patents, peer reviews, and I think the best people in the community, it's pretty much unstoppable. It's just up to you of how you want to share it. We have people in this company that are sharing in meetings, in person, in coffees. We have the Amish people that inspire all of us because they're Amish, and they're kicking butt in this company, all the way to influencers, like anyone and everyone, because again, this is our health. And so if you take a look at this income disclosure and look at what number for you would be that freedom number, what number for you would give you a little bit of ease. I know I've had one of my consultants that messaged me after payday and was sent me a picture after she went grocery shopping and said, this is the first time that I didn't put anything back. And like that forever has stuck with me because I didn't know my friend was going through that every time she went to the grocery store, all the way to seeing people change their lives or their lifestyles or retire their parents. And so it's all possible here because there's different models that are built into this compensation plan. And I'm really passionate about the way that LifeVantage pays out their consultants because, again, I've done network marketing before. And because of that, I've really studied compensation plans. And I've been in one that your success is really dependent on other people. And you feel like you're really dragging other people to be motivated. When I saw the LifeVantage business model, it made so much sense because if you wanted to come in and just share about the products and tell people, like, try this healthy glow. You will get paid commission if you never want to touch a team. If you do want to build a team, it's all based on sources of volume, including your own. And then also that mentoring match, because your success, the more that you have other people be successful, it also does benefit you. And so they give you a match as being an incredible mentor. And so right now, as we're focusing on this glow up season of life, we're in August, the year is coming to an end. I think we're all feeling reflective. And also, if you're back to school shopping with your kids and you're investing into your kids, there's that piece that craves for you to invest into yourself as a mom, as a dad, as wherever phase of life that you're in really taking care of who you are at your core. And so we're here to share with you just when you activate your body at a cellular level, when you give it what it needs, you're able to give into some other areas of your life that you maybe didn't know that you were sacrificing from. So, Erin, if you want to talk a little bit about just that glow movement and how much that has impacted your life in different ways that you feel like you're just glowing a little bit extra.
I think that when we talk about glow maxing, there's a level of gratitude that we really need to embody. And the universe loves that sort of frequency. When you express gratitude, everything shifts. I mean, from everything, like getting the perfect parking spot, getting the perfect playlist playing when it's just supposed to be a shuffle. Everything goes into alignment when you express gratitude, when you express and verbalize what you put out, it comes back. And so this glow maxing project has been so fun for me because it's given me every morning I write in my journal, and one of the prompts is, what are you grateful for? And what I realize is that there's so much abundance and gratitude. And when you express it, everything flows. When it's good, it becomes great. And I'm obsessed with the glow maxing situation right now.
I love that. We definitely need more of the gratitude in the glow maxing project because, yes, expecting good things in life to happen. And if you were invited and you are seeing this presentation right now, knowing that if it landed in front of you at this time, that it's meant to be for you. And one of my favorite things my kids and I always live by is everything's always working out for us. And somehow it does. Do we get hiccups in life? Yes. Do things happen? But when you believe that everything's rigged in your favor, maybe you got pulled over to avoid an accident. Maybe these other slowdowns or pivots in the road. I know I felt that way when my previous company was going affiliate. It's like, oh my gosh, that was my heart and soul. It led me to LifeVantage, which was even bigger and better and more expansive and fun. And so it is having that idea of gratitude. And the more you put gratitude into every area of your life, your body, your relationships, and you move through life that way. But the thing I love, Erin, is finding like-minded people that you're like, yes, because it feeds even more of that. And Jess, you've been sharing some really cool things on the glow maxing as well. If you want to talk about just how your life has improved through glow maxing.
Well, I think glow maxing is also about up leveling your commitment to yourself. And just the same as Erin's saying, as soon as you vocalize that and verbalize it, the universe brings it back. And it's a different frequency. It's gratitude, it's love, it's loving your body, it's stewarding the body he gave you, right? And we're basically just sharing that. And so I like to, we like to say it starts with yellow. That was NRF2. It's a blue bottle, but it's a yellow pill. So if that was confusing to anyone, and this is your first time here, it starts with yellow. Yellow was why I said yes to LifeVantage, but it doesn't stop there. It just starts there. And our favorite glow stack is still this. And we have, all of our other beautiful products, but anything you do, if you just add yellow, it's going to be better. And we have the studies to prove it. And your life is going to be exactly the same thing. So what I've found is just sharing more of the little lifestyle things that I was committed to, but maybe like kind of committed to. Like I was doing them sometimes, but maybe not as often. And I just stepped up my commitment to those things just a little bit more. And then I posted that. I would post them when I would do them, or I would post them like a check glow maxing, like I did these things. And then all of a sudden I'd have people that were messaging me. They're like, I started walking again and I started doing my 10 pages. And I love that you do legs up the wall while you're in the sauna. I never thought about doing those two things together, or doing your breath work before you get into bed. Like just those little things. So I think the group also has been a way for people to have that community of like, oh, hey, what are you doing? Maybe I want to try that too. And, maybe starting with yellow is that piece that you want to get in your body as well. But either way, you get, when you're around other people, your commitment's going to go up. And I like to remind people that commitment is like, one of those things, like, would you be okay if your husband was 99% committed to you? Like, probably not, right? So when we look at those percentages of commitment and you're committing to your body, what are you committing to? And then are you willing to follow through? And I'm not saying you have to be 100% committed, like every single day I'm going to do XYZ, right? But you can put up what your commitment is, and then keep that commitment to your body, and just keep that sacredness of that, and that reverence for your body. I mean, you are a gift. You are the miracle. And this helps your miracle body activate, but you are the miracle. You are the blessing, and you can be that blessing for somebody else. So glow up with us, glow up with other like-minded people that just love life and love being here and blessing people. And that's our movement. It's a definitely a yellow movement, not just a yellow pill.
I love that. Absolutely. So if you've been inspired throughout this, I'm sure that you're like, yes, I for sure need the yellow pill. And hopefully the yellow has helped to inspire you throughout the way. This is one of my favorite streets in Iceland. So I just like wanted to add that too because it just makes me happy. And it had the yellow stars. And so everywhere we go, just finding those little symbols. Wherever you want to get started, I always say, don't wait to get started. Just come in where you fit in. And if that's a customer, if it's on a business pack, whatever it looks like, we're excited to welcome you to the LifeVantage family and see you get your glow up started and start glow maxing with us. So thank you so much for joining us. It's been so fun. Dr. Jess, you always inspire me and I learn more from you every time. Same with you, Erin. I love seeing your glow maxing, and ending it with that gratitude is so amazing. So thank you everyone that joined us. I'm going to go ahead and stop the share, and oh, no wonder you never confirmed. Or maybe you did. Okay. Stop the recording.